Have you ever made a decision that completely changed everything? I made one. Exactly 347 days ago. And it wasn't winning the lottery, getting a huge inheritance, or landing some amazing job. No, I made one simple decision, sitting alone in my car, staring at an overdrawn bank account notification. A decision so small, most people would laugh at it. But that one decision snowballed into something that transformed my entire financial life. Today, my bank account has never been healthier. My credit score jumped 127 points. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually excited about my financial future. And I'm about to show you exactly what that one decision was. Let me take you back to that moment. I was sitting in my car, in the Target parking lot, and my card had just been declined trying to buy a $23 birthday gift for my mom. Declined! For just $23. The shame was crushing. You see, I wasn't always this broke. I had what people call a good job, making $52,000 a year. But somehow, I was drowning in financial chaos. Every single paycheck disappeared like it was magic. Bills were always late, credit cards were maxed out, and I had absolutely no idea where my money was going. The worst part, I was living this weird double life. On social media, I looked like I had it all together. Nice clothes, bought with credit cards, fun weekends out, paid for with overdraft, amazing vacations, all debt. But in reality, I couldn't even buy my own mother a $23 birthday gift without my card being declined. That's when it hit me, like a ton of bricks. I wasn't just broke. I was living a lie. Every swipe of my card was a prayer. Every bill was a surprise attack. Every payday was gone before it even arrived. And I was sick of it. Completely and utterly sick of it. My breaking point wasn't even the declined card. It wasn't the maxed out credit cards. It wasn't even the constant calls from bill collectors. No, it was the look on the cashier's face when my card declined. That mix of pity and judgment. It broke something inside me. Right there, in that Target parking lot, I made one decision that would change everything. That one decision I made in the Target parking lot? It wasn't anything dramatic. I didn't declare bankruptcy. I didn't take out a loan. I didn't beg family for help. No, I made a decision that sounds so ridiculously simple, you might even laugh. I decided to stop lying to myself about money. Completely stop. No more, I'll start budgeting next month. No more, it's only $20. No more, I'll figure it out somehow. Right there, in that parking lot, I pulled out my phone and did something I'd been terrified to do. I wrote down every single thing I owed. The total, $27,463. Credit cards, personal loans, store cards, everything. Seeing that number felt like being punched in the stomach. But here's what's crazy. For the first time in years, I felt something different. Not shame, not fear, but relief. Because finally, I was facing the real numbers. That's when something clicked in my brain. All this time, I wasn't just avoiding my debt. I was avoiding reality. Every time I swiped my card without checking my balance, avoiding reality. Every bill I was surprised by, avoiding reality. Every time I said, I'll figure it out later, you guessed it, avoiding reality. Let me show you exactly what happened after I made that one decision to stop lying to myself. No fancy strategies, no get-rich-quick schemes, just the real, raw truth about what changed. First thing I did? I created what I now call my reality check system. Every single time I wanted to buy something, and I mean anything, I had to write down three things: the cost, my current bank balance, and whether I was buying it with real money or fake money, credit cards. Sounds simple, right? But this one change hit me like a thunderbolt. Do you know what I discovered? 78% of my purchases were being made with fake money. I was literally living a financial fantasy. That $45 dinner out? Fake money. Those $120 shoes? Fake money. That $60 treat-yourself purchase? All fake money. Then I did something that changed everything. I started what I call my truth journal. Every single day, I wrote down every penny that came in and went out. Not just the big stuff. Everything. That $2.75 coffee? Wrote it down. That $1 vending machine snack? Wrote it down. That $5 purchase? You better believe I wrote that down. The patterns I discovered were shocking. I was spending $247 a month on small purchases I couldn't even remember making. $247 on stuff that didn't add any value to my life. That's when I created my 24-hour rule. Any purchase that wasn't absolutely necessary had to wait 24 hours. No exceptions. None. But here's where it gets really interesting. I started playing what I call the future self game. Every time I wanted to buy something, I'd ask myself, is this helping or hurting my future self? That $50 impulse purchase? That's $50 my future self won't have for bills. That $30 takeout order? That's $30 my future self can't put toward debt payoff. Let me show you exactly what happened after I made that one decision to face my financial reality. No complicated strategies, no get-rich-quick schemes, just the real, raw truth about what changed. First thing I did, I created what I now call my reality check system. Every single time I wanted to spend money, and I mean anything, I had to write down three things: the actual cost, my current bank balance, and whether I was buying it with real money or fake money, credit cards. This one change hit me like a thunderbolt. Do you know what I discovered? 78% of my purchases were being made with fake money. I was literally living a financial fantasy. That $45 dinner out? Fake money. Those $120 shoes? Fake money. That $60 treat-yourself purchase? All fake money. Then I made another decision that changed everything. I started what I call my truth journal. Every single day, I wrote down every penny that came in and went out. Not just the big stuff. Everything. That $2.75 coffee? Wrote it down. That $1 vending machine snack? Wrote it down. That $5 purchase? You better believe I wrote that down. The patterns I discovered were shocking. I was spending $247 a month on small purchases I couldn't even remember making. $247 on stuff that didn't add any value to my life. That's when I created my 24-hour rule. Any purchase that wasn't absolutely necessary had to wait 24 hours. No exceptions. None. But here's where it gets really interesting. I started playing what I call the future self game. Every time I wanted to buy something, I'd ask myself, is this helping or hurting my future self? That $50 impulse purchase. That's $50 my future self won't have for bills. That $30 takeout order? That's $30 my future self can't put toward debt payoff. Let me break down exactly how you can make this work. I'm talking step by step, precisely what to do, starting today. First step, get yourself a truth tracker. Nothing fancy, just a simple notebook. But here's the crucial part. It needs to be small enough to carry everywhere. Because from this moment on, you're going to write down every single penny you spend. Every single one. Next, create your reality check system. Take out your phone right now. Open your Notes app. Create 3 columns. What I want, what I have, and real or fake money. Every time you want to buy something, even a $2 coffee, you must fill this out first. No exceptions. Here's where it gets powerful. Set up your money moments. Pick 2 specific times each day to check your accounts. I do 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. That's it. No more constant checking. No more anxiety scrolling. Just 2 focused money moments where you face the real numbers. The game changer comes next. Your future self fund. Open a separate savings account. Name it Future Me. Every time you avoid an impulse purchase using the 24-hour rule, take half of what you would have spent and transfer it to this account. That $40 takeout you didn't order? $20 goes to future you. Now for the most important part, your decision diary. Every night before bed, write down one financial decision you made that day that helped your future self. Just one. Maybe you packed lunch instead of buying it. Maybe you waited on that purchase. Maybe you checked your balance instead of avoiding it. Celebrate these small wins. Let me show you exactly what happened when I started this system. No exaggerations, just real numbers and real results. That first week was brutal. Writing down every purchase felt like torture. But by day 7, I had my first win. I discovered I was spending $14.75 every day on lunch at work. That's $322 a month, just on work lunches. Month 1's results? Mind-blowing. Saved $322 just by packing lunch. Cut my random spending by 67%. 0 overdraft fees. First time in 2 years. Actually had money left before my next paycheck. $147 to be exact. By month 2, things started snowballing. Credit card balance dropped by $843. Started my first ever emergency fund, $428. No more surprise bills? Because I was finally tracking everything. Sleep quality improved because I wasn't up all night worrying about money. 3 months in, the transformation was unbelievable. Paid off my smallest credit card completely, $1,247. Emergency fund grew to $1,500. Credit score jumped 127 points. Haven't used a credit card in 90 days. Real money only. But the biggest change? It wasn't even about the numbers. For the first time in my adult life, I felt in control of my money. No more panic attacks when bills arrived. No more praying my card would work. No more lying awake at night, wondering how I'd make it to next payday. Listen, I'm not some financial genius. I'm just someone who made one decision that changed everything. Someone who finally got sick and tired of watching their money control their life. Remember how I started this story? Sitting in that Target parking lot, card declined, feeling like a complete failure. That person feels like a stranger now. Not because I'm rich, but because I finally learned how to be honest with myself about money. Here's what I want you to do right now. Yes, right now. Take out your phone. Open your Notes app. Write down one decision you're going to make today. Not tomorrow. Not next payday. Today. Maybe it's tracking every penny like I did. Maybe it's facing those credit card statements you've been avoiding. Maybe it's just being honest about where your money is really going. 1 month from now, you'll either be exactly where you are, drowning in financial chaos, avoiding reality, living in denial, or you'll be on your way to something better. All because of one decision. The choice is yours. But remember this, every massive change starts with one tiny decision. Your decision, your moment, your transformation, your better financial future starts today, right now. Let's do this. Together.